Hey everybody, welcome. I was gonna be filming my next review for The Captain is Dead this weekend. Today's Saturday the 28th of February. But that's not gonna happen. So I decided to do a vlog instead. Beg your pardon if there's a little sentimentality here, but for those of you who may not have heard, Leonard Nimoy, the news just came to me yesterday, and for many, I'm sure, Leonard Nimoy just passed away. And the game that I'm currently playing, that I was going to be reviewing this weekend, is a very heavy Star Trek vibe game. And I know it seems silly, but in light of Leonard Nimoy's passing, it really just would have felt too weird to do this particular review this weekend. So I've decided to put it off for a week or two. Until I do my review for this game. I'm not into the whole celebrity thing. I'm just not. But it's weird. It's weird. Leonard Nimoy passing away really has me bummed out. And I know that's ridiculous. I mean, he wasn't a friend of mine. I didn't know who he was. I mean, I knew who he was, but, he's a celebrity. But when I was a very small child, there were basically 3 shows that I watched with my dad. One of them was 12 O'Clock High. Another one, if I was really good that day and did my homework without having to be yelled at, I could stay up late past my bedtime and watch the Rockford Files with my dad. And of course, Star Trek, the original Star Trek. And that show was one of the main things that ignited my imagination as a young boy and drove my love for the unknown. And Leonard Nimoy's role as Spock played a huge part in that. And gosh, it's just, and I know it's stupid, he was 83 years old. But when I think of him, when I think of those actors, Shatner, DeForest Kelley, James Doohan, Nichelle Nichols, George Takei, I still picture them as young, in their prime, in their Starfleet uniforms. I know, it's silly. But yeah, it's just, Nimoy's death just really has me bummed out. So I'm not going to shoot my review for The Captain is Dead this weekend. It would just feel too weird. I'll give you a look at what I got going on anyway. Yeah, this is The Captain is Dead. These are the characters that I'm currently playing. The dice don't actually get used in the game. This is a diceless game. I'm just using D10s to keep track of the number of actions for each character as they take their turns. And you've got your ship here, the bridge, engineering, the shuttle bay. There's a very Star Trek theme going on here. You have a transporter, torpedoes, etc. This game is really designed, I think, to appeal to the just the sci-fi fan in general, but really the Star Trek fan in particular, I think. And it does a great job of that. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I know I'm kind of blowing my review a little bit ahead of time here, but that's what I got going on right now. The captain is dead. So yeah, just really bizarre timing that I'd be playing a game like this and Leonard Nimoy would pass away. Yeah, I love that guy. Anyway, but actually, since I'm here doing a vlog, there is actually one topic I've been wanting to vlog about, and that's counter clipping. As most of you probably already know, I clip my counters. You know, I do it because aesthetically, I like clipped counters better. And there's a couple of practical reasons as well. Excuse me. That if you already clip counters, I'm sure you know what they are. If you don't clip counters, I'm sure you don't care. So I won't bore you with that. But recently, both on Facebook and on Board Game Geek, there have been some thread topics in regard to counter clipping. Why do you do it? What do you use? Blah blah blah. And everybody, and I'm throwing myself in on this. I'm guilty. Everybody seems to chime in and have an opinion about counter clipping, and I guess I'd like your thoughts on this. It always seems to get heated, and I don't understand why. I mean, arguing about whether or not you like to clip counters, to me, that just seems like arguing about, I don't know, arguing about your favorite color, or arguing about whether or not you like Brussels sprouts. I mean, who cares? And frankly, there's a game reviewer who made some comments recently about counter clipping that were, I don't know, a little insulting. I don't get it why the passions run so deep. Clip your counters. Or don't. It's your game. Who cares? I just wonder, I mean, do you feel passionate about it? Is it a big deal to you? I mean, would a game, would its value be lessened for you if the counters were clipped? Or do you find clip counters to be essential? I mean, when people ask, why do you clip counters, I'll answer honestly, I do it for this, and that reason, and that's why I like it. And people who don't clip counters, if they like those fuzzy corners, I mean, okay, whatever, it's your game, I don't care. But yeah, why is it such a hot topic? Why does it engender such passion? I don't get it. So yeah, that's something I'd like a little feedback on if you guys have thoughts on it. So anyway, sorry if this seems like a little filler video. I guess it kind of is. My plans for the weekend kind of aren't happening. I'm gonna miss Leonard Nimoy. But yeah, look for The Captain is Dead. I will be doing a review on it, and it will be in the next week or two. I'm just putting a little delay on it, and instead I'm firing up a couple of my favorite old episodes of Star Trek on Netflix. Anyway, that's it for now. That's kind of what's going on here. Oh, and I just received yet another Gettysburg game, Guns of Gettysburg. So look at a review for Guns of Gettysburg by Bowen Simmons coming down the pipeline and sometime in the near future. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you soon in my next review. Happy gaming, everybody.